I'm about to stack a few million, been working 25 on by myself, I don't give a damn what y'all say. I'ma make it 'cause I'm damn, I'm out here trying to make history. You was dissing me. Now you all on my dick and wanna collab with a nigga, but don't say shit to me. Can't deal with the fake, the grass be covered in snakes. I can't expect a bitch nigga to ever be real if it's not in his family trade. Swimming infinity pools, we chillin'. Niggas will pay for the mood I'm feeling. And for my people like Kaepernick kneeling, like Bron in Miami, don't make me a villain. Wow, I'm ready and willing to do what I gotta do just to go make me a killing. Watching for vultures and biters who jockin' my trip, cause you know how these niggas be stealing. I see they wanna compete with me, and they wanna beef. I want them to eat with me, on their hands and they feet with me. We grinding for real, I know it makes sense.
So glad we have that music now. You know what I'm saying? Like it just puts you in a different space.
Well, you know, shout out to the one and only Jay Horn for being the music of the Don't Cancel Me podcast.
1000%, 1000%, man.
I didn't know you was wearing glasses.
Yeah, man. I made a decision after we had our pre-show meeting.
Okay.
So in between the pre-show and the start of the show, I just decided to put on some glasses. It wasn't anything more than that. It just came to me. Just felt like I should do it again.
Well, you fly. You know, we need to start coordinating our outfits, so that we can be on the same page. Because here you are. We look like heaven and hell. See, I got these colors on. Shout out to Pride Month. I'm rocking this polo.
Shout out to Pride Month over.
I know, but you know, I wanted to. I go against the grain. I'm gonna do what I want to do,
and I respect that 1000%. That's what makes you different in these streets, man.
But welcome to episode 86 of the Don't Cancel Me podcast. I am Peachy Perfect.
I'm Vino Flight.
And thank y'all for spending your Tuesday evenings with us. We have a fun show. We have a black show for y'all today. A bunch of Negro activity going on today. Please, y'all let me know if y'all can hear this fan. Flight, can you hear this fan in your
No, not at all, sir.
Because this is right, it's literally right here. So good. I'm glad. I mean, I can't hear myself, but I wanted to make sure that the people that's out there listening can't hear it either. So I'll turn it off. But we have a fun show nice fun show for y'all today, man. It's gonna be ignorant. It's gonna be crazy. A lot of stuff has been going on in all of culture and sports and politics and whatever else there it is out there, man. It's just a lot going on, Flight. But before we get to all of that, how are you feeling, bro?
Oh man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Outside of what we discussed the pre-show,
right.
God is good. You know what I'm saying? God is good. I could be a lot worse, but things will be all right.
Look, man. 1 month ago, you was laying in a hospital bed.
Come on now. Come on.
And now you are on episode. That was episode 82 when you was in the hospital bed. Now you here. So whatever's going on outside.
Come on now.
Whatever the clouds that
come on, Pastor.
Are trying to look. There's a hurricane out there that's tearing stuff up. Hurricane Burrow. I haven't yet to hear somebody say that. Is it Barrel?
I don't know. I've been struggling with trying to figure out what the name is too.
Okay, so we want to pray for all them people that's out there. I think it just hit the Grenadian Islands. It hit Caracas. It hit that island. I know there's people that's I know they have reported a few people there. So we want to give all our prayers. The Don't Cancel Me want to send their prayers to the people out there. I think Jamaica is tomorrow. Lord, so we definitely want to send our prayers out to them because I went to bed one day. It was a tropical storm. You wake up the next day, it's a Category 4 hurricane. It's the earliest Category 4 hurricane in recorded history. So
I heard it's a Category 5 now.
It made it to Cat 5, which is still, I believe, a record for the fastest Category 5 storm.
Insane, bro.
But these storms we've been getting has been apocalyptic lately. I told folks this hurricane season is gonna be crazy. So we had one that formed the first week of hurricane season. And now we got Hurricane Barrel out there. So we want to just send all of our prayers. We want to start the show with sending all our prayers and stuff for those out there, for those who will be affected as well. Of course, we'll be watching this here in the city of Houston to see. Let's just hope, keep it down there, Jesus. Just keep it down there. Somebody got to get hit, but I don't want it to be me. I'm gonna be selfish. I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. I'm just saying what people be thinking.
Yeah, for sure. More respect for you this way.
What? But brother, yeah, I'm glad that you. I'm sorry, I'm looking for some. I'm trying to see where is these videos I had thought I uploaded into the Dropbox, but I don't see them. But anyways,
There's no way. There's no way.
what was that?
Kate just got back, so Brian had to do Brian had to be on patrol.
What was that?
He
I
had to
didn't
be
know it
on
was
patrol.
like the hurricane that made it to you. I thought it was storming already.
I got scared. I ain't gonna lie. I knew who was coming through the door, and I still got scared because every time he do that, he make it seem like it's somebody really trying to break in and kill us.
I also want to thank everybody for I want to thank everybody who definitely commented on our post today on Instagram. We got a lot of good stuff that they got little answers for y'all. We've been seeing a lot of this stuff that's been going on. Like I said, I am so excited because I don't even know where I really want to start. And actually, I do know where I want to start. Before we begin, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss when we go live every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. You know, me and Flight was just coming up with some stuff as we get ready to approach our 100th episode. We're going to drop a schedule. That way everybody know as we getting closer and closer and closer, everybody know which episodes is going to be which one. So we're going to be working on that for everybody behind the scenes. So make sure y'all be peeking that out on all the social medias pages. So make sure you like and subscribe so that way you don't miss when we go live. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're going to have a family and friends day one of these weeks where you'll get something for whoever bring the most people over to the chat. But that's what we're going to call it. Just like in church, we're going to call it family and friends day. So there you go. Okay, I got the videos I needed now. Okay, so with that being said, now we're going to go ahead and move into, I think I want to start with Coach's biggest night.
Okay.
That's what the hashtag say.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me. I apologize. I'm acting like we're not 86 episodes in and I don't know. Don't cancel me etiquette.
Right. It's all right.
We're going to take this shot.
Let's take
it. We're going to take this shot. We're going to take this shot real quick before we get this. What happened?
I don't want to be
please don't do it.
I got something in here though. We'll just
okay.
I'll just drink out of this. I don't want to go.
Okay, well I'm gonna join you. I got something here, so I'm gonna drink out of my cup. Shout out to them Texans, man. We play football in less than a month.
I got some etiquette.
Okay. I mean, I'm with you. Let's get it. So I'm on tequila and Sprite. We're taking a shot right here. I'm gonna chug this one. Ooh. 70% Sprite. All right. I did not mix that properly. So Coach's biggest night. For those who don't know, that we had the BET Awards this week. Of course, you know, for those who've been watching this show for so long, everybody, if the true fans of this show, and even the true fans that's coming along with us today, if you are watching this, then you already know. If you've been watching this, you know I do not like the BET Awards. I've already ranted on the BET Awards. And if you're just now coming on board, now you know I don't care for the BET Awards. But for some reason, I can't stop watching
the BET
Awards. So this year specifically, what made me tune in was Usher.
Right.
Because I am a super fan of Usher. I love Usher. I wish I could meet Usher one day. I wish I could sing and dance like him.
Right.
I just wouldn't bring my girlfriend to the I wouldn't bring my girlfriend, wife, fiance, nothing to the show. Because we're gonna get to why, because it got put back on him this week, and I was excited to see it. But we're not gonna get to Usher just yet.
Right.
I want to focus on Taraji P. Henson.
Okay.
For those who don't know, Taraji P. Henson hosted the BET Awards for the 4th year in a row. I don't know if they couldn't find nobody else. I don't know if they think she's that good. I don't know exactly why she was hosting 4 years in a row. But
didn't know it was
nonetheless,
4 years in a row.
yes. And if I'm wrong, chat, correct me on that. But I could have sworn when I saw it was 4 years ago. Mama, let me know why you don't like the BET Awards. For me, you know, I just feel like they give anyways.
I
Get to that.
I didn't know she didn't like them.
You didn't know? None of us, I don't think nobody really likes it, but I think we just watch it.
Well, I feel like we discussed this before. We did discuss this
Yeah.
before, but it's not the same.
It's not the same, and stuff don't make sense. Like you have all these award shows that excuse me. You have all these awards with all these nominees that don't make sense. The BET Award nominees for Best Gospel Artist, it's the same people nominated for these awards since Kirk Franklin made Stomp.
True.
Kirk Franklin, maybe they're making new music. I mean, I think they had some new people in there, but for the most part, it's always Kirk, Fred Hammond, Yolanda Adams, who ain't made a gospel songs. She on Kingdom Business. Kingdom Business. The nominees don't make sense. Denzel Washington won Best Actor. Which one was it that I was talking to somebody at work and I said I was gonna bring up? Who was it that won? Nicki Minaj won Best Female Rap Artist. You pulling it up?
I'm about to right now.
Okay. Nicki Minaj won Best Female Rap Artist. I don't care what you think about her. I don't care what you gotta say. You're talking about over Sexy Red, Big Glow, Big Lotto, Ice Spice. I mean, come on now.
So, what? Let's see.
Oh, let me tell you which one made me mad. Go ahead.
You said Best Female.
Which one did Nicki win?
Let's see. Yeah, Best Female Hip Hop Artist. The nominees were Cardi B, Doja Cat, Big Glow, Ice Spice, Big Lotto, Megan Thee Stallion, and Sexy Red.
So out of all them artists, you mean tell me Nicki Minaj won? I don't understand why this award show still caters to people that's not going to show up for this awards. I don't understand this. The one that really made me mad is it's one on there that really made me mad. The Sportsman of the Year, Jalen Brunson.
Sportsman of the Year. Wait. Sportsman of the
Jalen Brunson.
So
Please read the nominees.
Anthony Edwards, Javonte Davis, Jalen Hurts, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Patrick Mahomes, boy, and Steph Curry.
Patrick Mahomes is coming off his second Super Bowl. He's coming off his second Super Bowl.
I'm not going. I will say Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is very random for him to even be nominated.
It's
like in the BET Awards realm.
Right. That's all I'm saying. Like I would have been fine than giving it to LeBron, but I don't understand how they got Jalen Brunson out of Anthony. He's not even the sportsman of his own sport. Black. Well, I mean, the NBA is mostly black, but he's not even the sportsman of the year in his. The ESPYs are getting ready to come up, right? The ESPYs are coming up in a couple weeks. Jalen Brunson's going to win nothing.
Is he even nominated for anything?
My point exactly. Okay. So I didn't see this part. Was Brunson there? See, Sam, I didn't know if he was. I didn't know if he was there or not. So if that's the case, then yes, that does make sense. Brunson would show up.
If he was there, then yeah, because I mean, the only people out of these nominees that would show up, Tank Davis, Jalen Brunson, and that's it. Maybe Anthony Edwards.
Which we already know. That's all right. That's part of why I don't like this award show, because you're not it's not Culture's biggest night, because Culture's biggest stars aren't even there. So but you can see, I think Denzel won Best Actor Regina King won Best Actress. I don't even know if she even had a movie. Best New Artist. I think Tyler won. Now listen, I'm telling you, who was the nominee for Best New Artist? Fly, if you have it pulled up still.
Let's see. Best New Artist.
Because Tyler won.
41. Yeah.
Okay.
4 bets.
Okay, I had this on Drake.
Right. Ira Star.
Okay.
Boss Man D-Lo. Friday. October London. And Sexy Red.
So.
And Tyler, of course.
Now, I don't care. Take how you feel about her personally out of this.
Mm-hmm.
You mean tell me Sexy Red is not the biggest star, right? I know. I think Tyler won, right? Because Tyler
won.
She is international.
That one, she won both. She won international and New Artist.
Yeah. So I think that international may have gave her that push, but we want to be a BET award, Black Entertainment Television. I think
she black?
I know, but I'm talking about the international bull crap. You know, it should be the Black Entertainment American Television Awards. But I get it. But like I think Mama said, yeah, she said it's all over the place. It's just all over the place for me. It don't really make a lot of sense. Killer Mike. I mean, he won Album of the Year. I mean, he won Album of the Year at the Grammy. I told Chaz, I mean, he won at the Grammys. I don't see him coming to his own award show and not winning there as well. So what else? Who won Video of the Year? I forgot who won
Video of the Year was Victoria Monet,
which was another Grammy award winning artist. So these people that won Grammys, they're not going to come to their own award show and not win. So I definitely understood.
But that video was hard. That video was hard.
Right, and I'm not taking nothing away from what she did, but you know, Taraji, back to Taraji P. Henson hosting. You know, right. Taraji had a really awkward moment. Well, let's start from the beginning. Taraji definitely, I thought it was pretty cool how she opened up the show with the Not Like Us parody, shall I say. I think that was pretty funny. It was really creative. You know, she did her thing on that. I mean, not really, it didn't even matter what she was saying. The fact that she was doing it was good enough for a lot of people. Right. You know, she had the moment with Keith Lee, and I don't know his name, I'm sorry, but the other influencer, the one that looked like Method Man, then Method Man started doing work with him. He has he be having his phone like this, and then he zooms in. He's like, "Come here," and he zooms in. Yeah, he's I think he's great at what he does.
He's very great at what he does.
And he had Method Man joining. So Taraji P. Henson was doing like a little skit where she was giving out roses to people, and then she went and she was talking to him. She's like, "Oh, the Method Man looking like." She was talking to him about it or whatever, and I don't know when this came in. Then she was like, "Oh, Keith Lee, you know, if Keith Lee something, like I give it a 9 out of 10." And then Keith Lee was right there, and you could tell she had to scramble, and she had to scramble with it. And then this the part that I thought was really awkward when because she told the Method Man lookalike, "Hey, you know, you fine, you know, you call me." And then when she messed up, she tried to recover with Keith Lee. She's like, "Oh, well, you fine too. You can call me as well." Well, his wife is sitting right there,
right?
You know. And so, did you see that flight?
I saw Keith Lee put out a TikTok about how
I saw it.
Dropped the rose because, and like everybody apparently was like, "Why would you do that? They was giving you your roses, your flowers." And he was basically explaining how he felt that it wasn't genuine. It felt like they was just trying to scramble and do something. It didn't feel like there was no order to it. And it's kind of to your point of seeing it from your point of view, felt like she was just scrambling and she like was just moving. Like, I don't think Taraji P. Henson really had an idea. Like, she may have known who Keith Lee is, but she probably didn't really know who Keith Lee is. Like, people that know Keith Lee know he's married. They know what his wife looks like. She probably just heard his name and maybe seen like a TikTok of him reviewing some food, and that was it. So,
oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, like, I just seen how it was he was speaking about how there was no order to it.
And that makes a lot of sense because like I said, I saw the Keith Lee video this morning, and so I saw a random comment. So I'll take this with a grain of salt. But he was like, "I do security or something at the BET Awards." He said when they do rehearsal, they have pictures of the people that's sitting in the chairs, so that way when they're doing their rehearsal, they know where everyone is going to be sitting. And so he said at the last minute though, they moved some stuff around that wasn't the same as rehearsal. So when I read that a couple of days ago, and then seeing what Keith Lee said about how it was unorganized, that random comment that I read, excuse me, made a lot of sense.
Right.
It made a lot of sense now. Like, okay, so I'm not. I mean, it was just awkward. It was awkward for Taraji P. Henson. I love Taraji, but
Yeah,
whew, that was
I feel like it was awkward for everybody.
Yeah, it was a very awkward segment because I didn't watch the whole BET Awards. I went back and watched all the performances, but when I actually turned it on because I knew Usher was coming up, I saw that part live. That was like the first thing I saw when I turned the BET Awards on. So, moving on to like the performances, I thought a lot of people did a really good job. I thought Sexy Red turned that thing up. I love how she came out with the "You My Everything." She because you know you can't take she don't take herself serious, and you gotta love it. But I told when she did a little presidential thing, and I don't know if you saw her flight or not, but when she did that presidential thing and she did that "Get It Sexy," me and Chaz watched it. That song is a hit. If you see how the crowd got so lit, right? Bow, bow, bow. Like when you hit
that whole is a hit.
It's gonna ignite the crowd for sure. Will Smith did a great job. Of course, he had to come back to his people. Everybody run back to their people when they in trouble. So he came back to his people to do the BET Awards. He can't go to the Grammys no more. He's kicked out of the Academy for 10 years. That's not just the Oscars, people. That is the Grammys, the Emmys, and the Tonys. He cannot go to any of them. So what do? You go, come on back home, bro. Come on back home to the barbecue and watermelon.
He'll win next year for Film of the Year or Best Actor for Bad Boy.
Yeah. No, they probably give it Denzel again. Movie.
Saw it, loved it. Still might put 2 before 4, but 4 was amazing. 4 was amazing. But
that's fair. We got to do another show now because I want to talk about that. But I'm not mad at that. Then it brings us to the man of the hour.
Real quick, before we talk about the man of the hour, I mean, I'm sure you're gonna talk about the performances, but I just want to go ahead and say this.
Okay.
And I don't want to be judged when I say this, but I don't know how many times I watched Tiana Taylor and Victoria Monet's performance to Bad Girl, but Lord have mercy.
We're about to get there.
Lord have mercy.
So I thought you were about to talk about something. We're about to get there. We're about to get there. They killed it. Okay, we're about to get there. So Usher, of course, the Lifetime Achievement Award. This is the one award at the BET Awards that they get right. They normally get this right, and normally the tributes and stuff is a good performance. I remember when Usher did Michael Jackson's, and him and Michael was on stage moonwalking and dancing together. It was one of the most classic. It's up there with Monique coming out with the Crazy in Love, and it's one of them BET Award moments,
right?
So to see Usher get his flowers and still like he said in his speech, real early too, because he's still in the game. So you can really probably give him his flowers now and then still give him his flowers 25 years from now if you really wanted to.
Facts.
So with Usher, I like the performances because one thing I did like about him is that I loved how it was the women. So a lot of people say, one thing I kept hearing a lot of people is, where's Chris Brown? Where's the men? I said, there is not really no R&B men that's out there to do this.
Right.
Nobody want to see Jacquees, whatever his name is, doing moonwalks and singing Superstar. I didn't want to see Marsha Ambrosius do it either because that was the worst part of the whole performance to me. I did not like what she did. But I thought it was real villainous how Keke Palmer I was like, I said, I cannot believe that Keke Palmer is doing an Usher tribute after everything that happened.
I can't believe it either.
I was like, this dude is a real life villain. I'm going to stand on that. He's one of my favorite artists, but I'm going to stand on he's a villain.
No, that's hilarious, dog.
See, Sam, vocally it might be, but I think he's referring to the men. Vocally it might be, but there is not people that's going to do what Usher is doing.
Raven said supposedly he picked his own people to do the tribute,
which I'm fine with because It's better men to who? Y'all give me some people. Give me some examples. Who y'all talk? The only one that gave me that somebody gave me that I thought was a good example was Bruno Mars. But I don't even think Bruno Mars is even a fan. He don't even look like an Usher fan.
I mean, wouldn't you want any R&B artists to be able to do both? Because I don't feel like there's many R&B artists that could do both that's out now.
Right. There's probably people that can sing. I'm not denying that. But who's gonna put on a show?
The only one the only one that come to mind is Chris Brown.
Right. He's the only one that can do both at a high level.
And outside of obviously Usher, but like I can't think of anybody. Like I'm thinking of every single person. I don't even think they can sing, but I don't think they can dance.
Right. So yeah, and that's not. But anyways, so Coco Jones, she came out and she just that video of NLE Chopper looking at her is one of the funniest videos I've seen, man. But I thought it was so cool what she did because she gave him a taste of his own medicine. But of course she did it as respectful as you could do it, man, by going to the wife, seducing the wife. Tank is not doing no Usher songs.
Look, Chris Brown, obviously, that's the only person that I feel like could do a Usher tribute performance. But Tank, I can't really see Tank do an Usher song. Vito, yeah, but once again, Miguel, I can see Miguel as far as performing in whole.
Giveon ain't doing no dancing like that, is he?
Nah, I don't think Giveon is
dancing. Daniel Caesar. I've never even seen that. I don't even know what he's doing.
I think they're going based off of people who can sing, and then yes, all of these people are valid. I know Tank and Vito both worked with Usher. I can't really see Tank singing an Usher song as opposed to writing it, producing it, doing all of the background stuff on it. As far as him singing an Usher song, I can't see it. Vito, I can. But as far as a performance element, though, I don't think there's many male R&B artists that are going to be able to sing and dance and put on that show to be able to do an Usher tribute.
Right.
Outside of Chris Brown and Miguel. I can see Miguel doing that. Being a background singer and then singing the song is completely different, in my opinion. I know that they were background singers on songs and everything. Tank sucked the meat. He shouldn't be considered.
You put it. I got it.
That's insane. Stop it. Get some help.
And
you didn't have to say it like that. That could have been left out.
And not to say, and this is another thing too with some of these artists too. Not to say, that they wouldn't have been able to sing good, but these people not big time. I think I enjoy what he did. I think Kiki did. I think she killed it. I think Coco killed it. And of course, to echo what you said, I think Victoria Monet and
Lord have mercy
and Tiana Taylor. They absolutely murdered it. I enjoyed the tribute. I know me and Chad when I watched it live, but then when she came home, we ended up watching it again. And she said that she didn't like how a lot of the songs was slow. She said none of the girls really danced, but Kiki did a little dancing. Kiki, and when I think Coco's job was not to dance, it was more so to seduce. It was really there for the seducing. She said the rest of the girls tried it and it was horrible. Well, Tinashe, did I say her name right? Tinashe?
Tinashe, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she did a little bit. She did a little bit.
Yeah, Victoria almost had me question my sexuality.
Did they though? Pride Month over, Casey. You still questioning it? No, not well. That day it wasn't over. Kiki did a 1-2 step. Let's see. Jay Horn says something to me.
No, that's just crazy, bro. Like that could have been information that was left off the chat.
and one person I said Marsha Ambrose I did not like, but also I would have been okay without Lotto doing the yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But it was the seduction part of Coco's thing that's what he do to other people, so he had it done to him.
Any male could have. Okay.
No, not anybody could have done that. So you say I could have walked down the aisle? Is that what you're saying right now? Is that what you're saying? You said I could have walked down that aisle and started singing. Hey, man, not anybody couldn't have done it. I know she.
To echo Raven's part, yeah, they put that together in 48 hours. I saw something. I saw Victoria Monet post saying that like Tiana Taylor flew across the country like 2 days before, and they did all of that rehearsal. Like, and they were both running on no sleep. Like, so to say that they put that together in 48 hours, that's super impressive. That's hella impressive because Lord have mercy. Lord.
Well,
enough.
After everything,
they both know they fine. Lord have mercy.
After everything that was done, now it was time for Usher to give his speech.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a little part that I want to play. Is that if that's okay with everybody? I want to play a little part of Usher's speech that I think needs to be talked about. And where is it? Oh, show more. Oh, here you go. Yep. Okay. Oh, hold on. So while I get this set up, for those who don't know, Usher had his crowning moment of accepting the Lifetime Achievement Award, where he got his flowers. Everybody came out and performed. Everybody showed up and did what they had to do, and whether you like it or not, they showed up. They showed out. He looked like he enjoyed it, and that's where it comes down to at the end. Of course, it's Usher. He's gonna have women doing his tribute. That's another thing that just made sense to me with it being Usher. But when it was time to give his speech, he had a lot to say about fathers and taking, in the year of the father, talked about how his father left. And I want to bring a little clip of Usher's speech. Because that's exactly what it sounded like during the BET Awards. Nothing. Nothing. Because they muted the entire speech. Oh, I was so mad. Oh, I couldn't. Oh, Usher said 2 cuss words, and BET said that's enough. We're going to put this mug on permanent mute. Man, that made me so mad. Oh, the video was playing the whole time, y'all. Y'all didn't hear him. Neither did I. I knew you were going to kick out of that. That's exactly what happened.
I was so lost, bro. I was just sitting here like, there's nothing being said. I heard this speech, dog. I heard the speech and there ain't shit being played.
This nigga said mother flipper one time.
Like, that's insane.
See, Sam said he thought his stuff froze. Hey.
Oh man, dog.
I see Flight 2. I knew he didn't know what was going on, and I didn't want to tell him. I didn't want to tell you pre-show because that's what I was working on when you joined the pre-show. I didn't want to take. I was like, oh, he gonna get a kick out of this. Raven said she thought her Wi-Fi was messing up.
Yo, I thought you could hear it because you got like it was just through you. I don't know, bro. You gotta be that was perfect, bro. That's just hilarious.
So yeah, I know BT came out and apologized about. I mean, he said "mother effer" one time or twice. I think he said it twice, and they talked those on time.
He said M Melfoy. He dropped the L. I mean, it wasn't crazy.
I mean, it wasn't crazy.
But for them to mute damn near the entire thing was just ridiculous.
They muted a big part of it. So when he came back, he was like, yeah, my dad left. I'm like, okay, wait, how did we get here? I was so confused. I didn't know what was going on, but I'm glad y'all enjoyed that.
Ah, shit. That was a good one.
Jazzy Flight was so confused.
I was confused, dog. Oh man, I was confused.
But nonetheless, might come in at the end of the joke. Nonetheless, I want to read a couple things that before we move on. I want to read a couple of the answers that we got because I asked on Instagram. You know, what was the question I asked? Actually, what was the question? Oh, what were your thoughts on BET Awards? And somebody said trash. DeMar DeRozan straight mid.
I see what they did there.
Childish Gambino did his thing during the Usher tribute. Yeah, we had one dude in there. We had Gambino. So that's one, I guess. Oh, this is a good one. Angela Simmons wants to be ghetto by association. Did you see that? Flight with the purse?
I saw people talk about it.
Yeah, she had like a little gun purse, and so she was on the red carpet. It was stupid.
Yeah.
I'm telling them preachers' kids or something else. One person said didn't watch it. They need to stop putting Beyonce in categories if she's not gonna show up. I agree. Oh, yeah, I agree. Ain't no way Taraji would have disrespected me like that if I was Keith Lee's wife. Show over. So you would have pulled a Will Smith.
Yeah. They did show like a picture of her face like being turned like just disgusted.
Yeah.
I did see that picture.
Chris Brown should have been a part of the dang Usher tribute, period. Chris Brown on tour, y'all.
I mean, Chris maybe Stallion on tour and she performed.
I'm not coming back to sing nothing to Usher if I'm getting paid $1,000. I stand corrected on what I said. I stand on what I said. Usher getting paid $1,000.
Usher or Chris Brown?
Chris Brown, excuse me. Chris Brown getting paid $1,000 to touch your girl on her booty.
I mean, they really paying a rack. A rack, bro.
Chris Brown gets paid $1,000. Your girl paid $1,000 for y'all to break up.
That's crazy, dog. For y'all to break up. It's crazy.
Because she knew. Because you're not gonna take the picture and not post it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna take the picture and not post it. Man, I see one Usher. I mean, like I said, Usher, Chris Brown he had two hands on this girl butt, dog.
Some of the pictures from the meet and greet is wild, dog.
That is insane. Like, I mean, I get it, because he definitely the GOAT.
Yeah,
I get it. It's one of them things where, a lot of people. Usher's one of them. I mean, Chris Brown. I'm acting like Shannon Sharp now. He be getting people's names wrong. Chris Brown is one of them people that women fantasize over, and they love Chris Brown. So for them, $1,000 to some people that really got. Some people could just throw away $1,000. So for them type of people, I mean, I could pay $1,000 to go meet the biggest crush I have. And I'm sure them people that's paying that these not just average fans. These are people that actually love and adore Chris Brown.
But I honestly, I mean, to each his own, right? I don't know if I could pay $1,000 to meet somebody. I don't know if I could.
It's not really the meet and greet that you're paying for. It's for him for you to take a picture and him touching your booty, and y'all look like y'all a couple. They taking them JCPenney couple pictures.
I mean, I get it. I get it.
Are these pictures on the phone? Are they on cell phones too? Or is it like a photographer there?
I mean, I'm assuming that there's a photographer there, but I'm also I would assume that if you're paying $1,000 for a meet and greet, that means that you're getting the picture from a professional photographer. If you got to take the picture on your phone and you paying $1,000, he really winning. Like he winning already, but he really winning.
So I say that I'm not stopping that to come sing for Usher.
I feel that.
Yeah, but
I feel that. Facts.
Somebody,
Nah, not
Kay
even.
said, "Oh, okay, go ahead." No,
Nah,
Kay said, "The only thing I'm paying
Kate is
$1,000 for
correct.
is a trip overseas." And
Right.
then, I'm sorry. Then Raven said, "Not even your favorite NBA player flight."
Nah, because I've been blessed and had the privilege to be around a lot of them. So, but I'm still like, even if I didn't have the opportunity, I can't see myself paying $1,000 to go and meet LeBron,
No,
to go and meet D Wade, to meet Kobe. Like paying $1,000 to go and meet them and talk to them because I'm gonna talk to them for 5 minutes because everybody else then did it. So I just paid $1,000 to talk for 5 minutes. Like, nah, it just doesn't seem reasonable to me. To each his own, though. Like, if people believe, like, that's a great deal, then shit, boy, if you like it, I love it.
And Jay, now my father-in-law, a preacher, man. But I did hear Usher say one thing, and he said, he was talking about the year of the fathers and stuff. And one of the fathers that he did shout out in his speech was LeBron James.
Transition. I like this. That is we haven't had a real smooth transition in a long time. And I love what you just did there.
I was thinking about this at work, so that's how I kind of knew how the show was going to run.
I love what you did there. That was very smooth.
So one of the fathers that Usher talked about was LeBron James Jr. LeBron James, excuse me. And for those who don't know, LeBron James is an NBA player who's been playing for 20. This is what we're going to 22.
Yes.
22, 20, going into his 22nd year in the NBA. And of course, when you've been playing for that long, you have the opportunity to have your seed get to the age of eligibility. Mm-hmm. And so that is LeBron James Jr., who was playing basketball at the University of Southern California. For those who have been under a rock, Bronny James was just selected to play with his father, LeBron James Sr., in what is it? This is the first father-son duo in NBA history. So I promise y'all there's audio for this one, but we're going to play this real quick just to relive the moment.
55th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Bronny James from the University of Southern California.
So, of course, this has started a conversation regarding nepotism.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of folks just learned what this word means in the last 2 weeks.
Shout out to LeBron too.
Shout out to LeBron. But I got some issues with this, though, we're going to talk about.
For sure.
So shout out to LeBron, though, for being able to do what other people have done.
And also teaching people what the word nepotism means.
That too. That too. So I'm gonna put my take on hold, because I really want to hear what you have to say. Being the basketball specialist on the show, I would like for you to say what it means from a basketball perspective, and what do you think it means from a father's perspective of what LeBron James just accomplished? Because this is an accomplishment because he did it, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But let's go.
I don't even know where to begin. Nepotism. To piggyback on what Adrian Wojnarowski said, and for those that don't know who that is, he is a senior NBA reporter who basically drops all of the breaking news in the NBA. And he spoke on how this is not the first instance of nepotism in the league. And he's absolutely correct. I mean, it's not. There's so many different father-son combos that people do not know about that are in the league, as far as not even just father-son, brothers, cousins, like son-in-laws. Like, it's so much of it that goes on. But the reason why it's so talked about is because it's LeBron James. That's it. It's just LeBron James. That's really all it is. Because, I mean, Austin Rivers played for his daddy. Thanasis Antetokounmpo plays with his brother. Steph Curry played for his father-in-law. Or not Steph, Seth Curry played for his father-in-law. I mean, it goes on and on. There's been a lot of, for a portion, if I'm not mistaken, AJ Griffin played for his dad, Adrian Griffin, before he got fired, if I'm not mistaken. So it's so much of it that goes on, but being that it's LeBron James, people dislike LeBron that much to where they'll bring up stuff like that, to where they'll even go and say that Bronny, Bronny averaged only 4 points in college. I get that. But there's been a lot of players that they didn't average that much in college and had successful NBA careers. There's been a lot of players that averaged 20 plus and were a bust. There's number one draft picks that were National Player of the Year candidates that were bust. Like, I just think that I'm really honestly tired of this whole Bronny James situation. I don't know why all of a sudden they've learned a new word and now they just want to throw that shit around and feel smart. I feel bad for Bronny because it's the same thing LeBron went through when he got to the league. As far as like, there's not going to be anything you can do because every time you shatter expectations, people are going to find something else to say that you can't do it. And you just going to have to keep shattering until people say some stupid shit that you're not going to be able to do. And at that point, you got him. So Bronny's just going to have to really let his work do the talking for him.
I definitely understand. I'm not mad. I want to start for this. I'm not mad at LeBron for doing what he did. I'm mad at how they're acting after they did what they did. Now, you probably watched Bronny James a lot more than I have.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen him play. I mean, he can hoop, I wish Vino Flight had a daddy that played basketball other than pool, because I think you'd have been a lot better.
You damn right.
So,
I probably would have still talked to him too.
I didn't mean to throw no shade at you either for the pool. That's one of my favorite stories. But anyways, I hate how they're acting like he did not just pull these strings to get him on his team. So let me give you an example. When Bronny got drafted, I hate how he was sitting there about to cry. Like he just put in the work and made it. Now hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna let you rock.
I'm not saying he ain't work. I'm not saying that. You try to turn it off. I'm not saying he ain't work. I'm not saying he didn't put in work. But come on, man. We know how this situation. I mean, it's okay. I want to make sure that I'm very clear on this. It is okay that what LeBron did what he did, but let's please not act like you just got it out the gutter. And that's what I saw when he's sitting there. Like, come on, man. Come on. Like, and then LeBron is just, oh man, the dream come true. Oh, they already had a commercial.
That's nothing new. Having a commercial already is nothing new.
But so you knew it was gonna happen.
Well, that was obviously playing. Like, I'm not one of the people that sit here and say that, oh, Bronny really worked for it. I didn't say that LeBron didn't have. LeBron definitely had a say, but also don't take away from the work that Bronny put in. Like, yes, you know that you're gonna get called, bro, but just the fact that he probably felt some type of way. I understand it's watered down, and it's always going to be watered down because LeBron. This is what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what happens. Bronny is always going to suffer and is always going to hear some type of backlash because LeBron James is his daddy. I agree with you. Don't sit here and say, well, Bronny really put in the work. We knew Rich Paul said that he wasn't going to be in no G League team and he was going to be a on the roster.
Because that's what I'm saying. Everybody was pulling strings from the beginning.
Like we know what it took, but also at the same, I just hope people realize that they see Bronny James and see that he's the seed of LeBron. They expect him to, like, every time he hoop, he's supposed to get 35, 40. He's supposed to go out there and crazy. The crazy thing is he just plays basketball the right way. He never forces anything. Like his numbers were off the charts. Everybody loved the way he performed in the combine. He didn't play terrible in the pickups at the draft combine. Like, it'd be like, I could see if he went 55th, bro. Like, obviously the Lakers are gonna pick him up. It's not like he went in Dalton Connect's position. Like, I could see if he went first round lottery pick to the Lakers. Like, I could see that. I could definitely see like all of the hate and everything.
I don't think it's necessarily hate. I think what you're seeing here is, like I said, and from my perspective, and from what I'm saying, I'm not saying LeBron is wrong, and I'm not saying that the James family is wrong for what they did. But what I am going to say is,
don't act like this is surprising.
Thank you. Don't act like this is just.
And I agree.
Like, don't act like that. Just like you just grew up in Acres home and you were playing out there at the park and you had to grind every day. You hooping in the rain and the rim. You played on the rim. I bet you Bronny ain't never played on the rim that ain't had no net. But I bet you have, Flight.
I mean, I have.
You Flight. Come on, let's keep it real. At 21 years old, who was better, you or Bronny?
At 21?
However old Bronny is, who was better?
Me.
In college at Oklahoma Christian, who was better? You or Bronny?
I definitely averaged more my freshman year than Bronny averaged.
Flight.
But I'm not, but also
no. Okay. I know, I see what you're doing, and I understand that, but we gotta keep it real. Flight, you didn't have that opportunity because your dad.
Hold on, wait. I get what you're saying. But Michael Jordan's sons had the same opportunity that Bronny has.
But if Michael Jordan would have pushed them same button, see, Michael Jordan the type. But now, correct me if I'm wrong. No, correct me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. Michael Jordan type of brother too. That's like, if you trash, you trash. I don't care who you are. I think we can agree with that with Michael. Michael is very cutthroat. He's not like LeBron James as far as personality. That's not to say he doesn't love his sons, though, but that's two different people. Michael Jordan, I'm sure he used his power and influence to do other things, but to get his son in the league, I don't think was one of his. And that probably wasn't Michael's. Wait, but was Michael's son could they even have played together? No, Michael only played 13 years, right?
No, they couldn't have played together. But I'm just talking.
If he had the opportunity, Michael probably would have did the same thing, though. If Michael was playing for 20 years and his son was able to come up, Michael probably would have used his influence and his power. Michael Jordan was the biggest athlete in the entire world.
No, Jordan wasn't in the league. So in that standpoint, they kind of. I'm just speaking off of using. Right. I'm just speaking off of using your power to get your kid in the league. Now, obviously, it's a lot different when you get an opportunity to play with your son on the same team. I get that there's a difference. But as far as using your power, using your influence, I feel like a lot of other players could have done the same thing. There's a lot of former players that you can say that about a lot of former players in general by using their influence, using their power to get their seed into the league on a team because they're well respected throughout the league. Once you in the NBA, it's a brotherhood. You're very well respected. There's a few people that are kind of exiled out of that. So I think a lot of former players can use their power to get their kid on an NBA team with the NBA franchise. Now, to be able to play with your son, that's completely different. That's on you. That's on LeBron. That's just a testament to LeBron being LeBron. So obviously, you want to make history. This is what the first father-son duo we've seen since Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr. Like, of course. But I think, I agree with you on let's not act like this is a surprise. I'm with that.
I just the whole LeBron and this, I can't believe it. My son here is just a dream come true. And I'm not saying it's not a dream come true, but it's just I just listen. I think I want to make sure I make this clear. I agree. I want to say this again, Fly. I want to make sure that the chat understands. I'm not saying it is wrong. And for those who know me, LeBron is my favorite basketball player. But one thing I have known about LeBron, especially in these Hollywood years, that he is getting very, very theatrical. He is getting very, very dramatic. He knows how to. When you've been in a spotlight for so long, you know how to put on a show. You know how to you know how to maneuver things in the public's opinion, you know. So I'm not saying he's not proud of his son for making it to the league. I'm not saying that, but I mean, I just think it's a little overkill, man. That's all I'm saying. Like a little overkill. I mean, it was me. It was Bronny about to crown the couch for me. Like because you knew you was going to Lakers when you had that heart attack.
But also at the same time, try to put yourself in a position. You had cardiac arrest a year ago. You don't know what's going to happen after that surgery. And you finally get a chance to play, and then you just want to hear your name called, whether it's the Lakers or the
it was never going to be anybody else.
It wouldn't have been anybody else, but obviously it was going to be the Lakers. There were 3 teams that were looking at him.
Yeah, they were
at because he was a late projected second round pick. He wasn't going to be first round, early second. He was late. He was going to be anywhere between 50 and 60. We all knew that. Like, I think putting yourself in Bronny's position and understanding what he went through, cardiac arrest, and not knowing if you're going to be able to play again, and then finally you're able to play, you work hard enough, and then you get to the combine, and then your numbers are just off the charts better than what people expected. You perform better than what NBA execs expected. Like, I think
he grew up with a gym with a parking in a basketball goal in the driveway in a gym inside the house. I would expect his numbers to be saying.
Who's to say at the same time? Once again, yes, this is what I like. He's never going to be able to escape that ever.
Right.
That's just the thing that is going to haunt him the most. Being LeBron James Jr. That's just going to haunt him the most. And it doesn't, it's bad for him. It sucks for him. And I feel bad for him because it doesn't matter what he went through, cardiac arrest, no matter how much work he put in, like, it won't be enough because everybody's going to say, you only there because of your daddy. Nullifying everything that he did, he still got to put the work in.
But even like Austin Rivers, people were saying that about Austin Rivers. But Austin Rivers was hooping. When Austin Rivers was hooping in college. Austin Rivers was cold. I know about Austin Rivers because I know
Austin Rivers was the number 1 player like in the nation coming out of high school. He hooped.
Hey, hold on, real quick. DB, stop calling me the guy in the blue shirt. Stop calling me the guy in the blue shirt. I hate him so much. But all in all, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Of course, when Bronny comes down courts and he throws that alley to Bron, that's going to be the highlight of the century. No matter what, and then the Lakers have to draft, because the Lakers. The one thing about the Lakers, I think Mama said the Lakers didn't have to draft them. They almost had to, because the Lakers is the one franchise in the NBA. They are the most storied franchise in the NBA. Yeah, the Celtics got more championships, but the Lakers, all the greatest players in the world, will play for the Los Angeles Lakers. All the greatest players in the world. And so just like they had LeBron get the scoring record in a Lakers uniform, that meant a lot to the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, to get the first father and son duo, they're gonna always have that in their they're gonna always have that in their history books, in the NBA history book. But he did that, and they did that as a Los Angeles Laker. So when they make the documentary 15 years from now, it's gonna be a special moment.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that moment where he throws that oop to LeBron, but I'm not looking forward to that moment because it's just going to get overkill. Like, play it for that night, play a reruns on ESPN in the morning, and then call it good. But to echo what DB said, I feel bad for Bronny. I think Bronny is going to have a great NBA career. I think a lot of people look at his stats and say, and he got drafted to the league. And people fail to realize Anthony Bennett averaged like damn near 20 a game, was a nominee for National Player of the Year, went to the NCAA tournament, was the main focal point of his team. And where is he at now? Matter of fact, Real, have you ever heard of Anthony Bennett?
No.
Exactly. So everybody look at stuff like that and just think that like that's going to. And once again, I'm not saying that you believe that Bronny's going to fail. Like, I'm just saying that like just the people in general, they look at Bronny's stats in college and say he only averaged 5 a game. There's people that average 20. There's Marcus King was the leading scorer in college, I believe, like 5-6 years ago. About 5 years ago. Leading scorer in college, damn near averaging 30. He hasn't touched an NBA court. Bro's an overseas king. The basketball tournament, the god over there, hasn't touched the NBA court. So, like, when you hear stats and just because they average this amount doesn't mean that they're not going to be a great NBA player. Bronny has all of the tools to be able to be a great NBA player. So just let the shit rock.
It definitely doesn't mean he's going to be a great NBA player. I agree with. I mean that he's not going to be a great NBA player. But what you're naming is not common circumstances. So I understand that there are some people who definitely exceeded expectations. Just like there's unlike there's people that did not perform up to expectations. Same thing in the NFL. There's players that was great in college, the Tim Tebow's, the Reggie Bushes, the people like that who went on to the NFL and then. But most of the time, the college gives you you have most of the people that's in the league today had solid college careers. So I'm hoping that he does well too, because I feel like I agree with DB too. I do feel bad for Bronny that you got to go out there and and every night you gotta that's a lot. LeBron had that kind of spotlight on him because LeBron was the best player in the country as a 17-year-old. He was better than half of the NBA as a 17-year-old.
He had the spotlight on him since he was 15.
Well,
so that's
correct
crazy.
me, brother. Correct me, brother.
That's
so
so
Bron had, I'm happy for Bronny. I'm happy for LeBron. It is cool to get to play with your son. I'm really not trying to tell you.
No,
I'm not trying to take nothing away from him. I'm not trying to take nothing away from Bronny. I'm not.
Right.
It's just when I'm seeing it, it's just a little cringy. And the lots of LeBron's been doing lately has been cringy to me.
Yeah, 1,000%.
But it's just like
I just think he's at that point to where he's just getting old. He's just getting older, and he just like trying to. It's those guys that get older and try to stay hip. They always do something that's just like you got to stop.
Why do you think
that's where LeBron is at?
I guess. Okay, this is why did I see Roy says Bron is going to be a great defensive player in the next year. Why do y'all say that though? That's all I'm saying. What proof do we have that that's going to be a thing? That's all I'm saying.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean? What proof?
What has he done that said he's going to be a great defensive player?
I mean, people see like he did it in college. That's what I'm not understanding. Like he's locked up in every facet of every level. Not saying now when you get to the NBA, he's going to get humbled. Every rookie gets humbled.
Everybody in every sport gets humbled in professional.
Everybody gets, but he has all of the athleticism, all of the tools. He showed that he was a great defensive player in high school, in college. He showed it at the combine. His athletic ability, he showed the numbers don't lie. He showed it at the combine. Bro has a 41-inch vertical at 6'2". He's undersized, but his athletic ability is going to be able to put him it's going to put him over the top. I'm not going to say in the upper echelon, but it's going to be able to put him over the top because of his athletic ability. So a lot of people say the same thing about Steph being undersized, and Steph is a 4-time world champion and the greatest shooter that we've ever seen.
And that's why he's a 4-time champion, because he is the greatest shooter we have ever seen.
But once again, a lot of people people didn't even believe in his jumper like that. They didn't even think he was going to be healthy enough because he was hurt the first 3 years of his career.
Did Steph Curry get drafted like in the early? What was his draft?
Yeah, he was a lottery pick, but also he was hurt.
So somebody
was hurt his first 3 seasons. He barely could play a whole season. So people didn't even think he was going to pan out. People were saying he was undersized. People said that he was a bad draft pick, and he proved everybody wrong.
So let me ask y'all a question. So when Bronny doesn't play good defense, and when Bronny's getting cooked night in and night out, what are we going to say?
Bronny's getting cooked, and everybody's going to say he's a rookie.
And everybody gonna be like, that guy in the blue shirt know what you was talking about. Well, we'll see.
You gotta understand. It's the same, but at the same time, the same thing in football. You can find somebody that's coming out of college who is probably the best running back you ever seen, the best receiver you ever seen, but then he gets to the league and he doesn't have the season that everybody thought he would. What does people say? He's a rookie. It comes with growing. He's gonna learn.
But
that's how it goes in sports.
But hold on, no. But I think I'm not disagreeing with you. But the difference is he was the best running back where?
On his team?
In college.
It could be. I mean, it could be the best running back in college. It could be the best running back on his team because once again, we've seen it in. Well, I'm sure we've seen it in the NFL. I don't really know, but I know for the NBA, we've seen people be the best player in college or one of the best players in college basketball. Jabari Parker, not in the league. Anthony Bennett, not in the league.
But they got drafted.
Yeah, number one.
Right. So I'm saying that they got drafted because of what they did in college. So yes, I'm not. I think that's two different conversations. I'm saying I agree with you that I'm not saying that there are not people who don't perform well. Huh?
I was like, you say it's two different. It may be even three.
Maybe three, right? I think people misunderstand. I think people misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he can't be great. I'm not saying that he will be trash. I'm not saying that. But what you're telling me is that people you are right. I want to make sure I say this. You are absolutely right. There are people who are great in college who go to professional sports and they don't perform to that ability. That happens just like people that's average. I'm gonna say average in college that go to the NBA and they're great. Kyrie Irving is different.
What's different about it?
That Kyrie, you knew what Kyrie was at Duke.
People barely knew what Kyrie was at Duke. When Kyrie went number one, everybody was like, why?
So y'all telling me Bronny James about to become Kyrie Irving?
You see, that's you comparing Bronny to Kyrie.
No, they do that on the sports shows.
They definitely do that. And that should be pissing me off too. That should be pissing me off too. Bronny is not Kyrie. That should be doing that.
Just like LeBron did. So you compare him to LeBron James. Like, what?
Exactly. What I do like is the comparison between him and Drew Holiday because that's the perfect comparison. Somebody who is going to be Drew Holiday is more than a solid two-way player. I believe Drew Holiday is him and Derek White are two of the most underrated players in the game. I've always believed Drew Holiday was one of the most underrated players in the game because I've watched Drew Holiday in high school. So I know what Drew Holiday can do. So I'm not surprised by any of this that he's doing. But I think that comparison is best for Bronny because that's going to be his lane. In order to have a great NBA career, that's going to be his lane. And when you get to the league, you're going to have to find a way to be able to stay on the court. Bronny's way to be on the court is not going to be what his dad does and score 38,000 points. That's not going to be his lane. What his lane is going to be able to get it done on the defensive end, knock down shots on the offensive end.
Right.
Be one of the best two-way players that he could be, eventually be one of the best two-way players in the game. And that's how he's going to be able to have a long and successful NBA career. It's all about finding your niche in the league. Because what you did in college or what you did in high school, you're not going to be able to do in the NBA. There's only a select. That's why there's only, we'll say, and I'll say a very broad number, 10 to 15 superstars. Like there's not going, like when you look at everybody's shot content, like how many shots they're able to take, there's a reason why 1 to 2 players are able to take anywhere between 17 to 25 shots a game and everybody else is taking 8. That's just how the league works. So you have to find your niche. Everybody is not going to be able to come in slinging up 25 shots and averaging 25 points. You're not going to be able to do that. You got to find your niche. And I think that's what Bronny is going to be able to do.
So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like I know what the chat's going to say because, of course, nobody wants to be wrong. His name's not Bronny James. His dad's not LeBron. Does he get drafted?
Who?
His name is not Bronny. His dad's not LeBron James Jr. LeBron James. Does he get drafted?
I think, honest opinion,
Okay.
take his name away, but give same career from high school
Yeah,
on,
same thing.
same
Just,
career, same numbers.
yeah.
I think he gets drafted.
Okay.
I don't think he'll be able to. I don't think he'll be able to finesse or speak with Rich Paul or any agent, for a matter of fact, saying that he's going to get a guaranteed contract no matter where he gets drafted. I think he would end up getting that whole two-way contract, playing in summer league, fighting for a spot, maybe getting that spot, then going to the G League and getting demoted, getting brought up, getting demoted, getting brought up, getting used as trade bait randomly. Like, if his name wasn't LeBron. Once again, I'm gonna double back on what I said earlier. I completely agree with you that people shouldn't act surprised, like in the Lakers organization, like, oh no, yes, he may have the work ethic. He does have the work ethic. He does have that.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
But don't act like you're doing this to save face. And we get that. We understand that. Like, just don't make it so theatrical. And I'm with you on that.
That is the basis of what I'm saying.
I'm with you on that.
I think I'm not. I don't want Bronny to fail. I think it's gonna be beautiful when I see whenever they get on the court together. I'm gonna be watching that game. I want to
1,000%.
I'm going to be excited to see what happens. No matter what, I don't care. After Bronny throws LeBron James the alley oop and he converts, I don't care what happens after that. And it's like when we say in the chat, I don't really have a whole lot. I don't really care about his career trajectory, but yeah, Ron not gonna block me. But now I think I don't want to get missed because like I'm not rooting for him to fail, and I'm not saying that he's not going to be a great defender, and I'm not saying that he's not going to be. I'm just saying what was the evidence. Like there's some people kind of like what Jay Horn said. He said the NBA saw Kyrie play 9 games, and they said that, okay, this is it. So did they do? I guess did you? I take that and I'm like, okay, did they do that same thing with Bronny? Or
League combine, bro.
So that's all I'm saying. I hope he has a great career. Once LeBron retires, anyway, I'm gonna find me a team and settle down because I've been a man fan for a while, so
That's
I
crazy.
need to find me a team.
Right. You could have just said LeBron fan.
A man fan. That means I got my one man, and I'm a fan of that person. So
I feel it though.
I've been doing that for 20-some years. So when LeBron retires, I'm gonna find me a team and settle down. But he said I'm backtracking. I've never said that. I never said that he was going to be bad. I said, what proof? What are y'all going off of? That's what I'm just asking a question. I never said Bronny gonna be trash. I never said Bronny can't play.
Also, to double back on Kyrie, I think he played in a. Did he play in a national? I think he played in a tournament game and he went crazy.
What tournament game?
That also helps too. Huh?
What tournament game?
NCAA, like
college.
Yeah, he played in a tournament game and he went crazy.
Yeah, USC was trash.
Yeah, USC was absolutely trash. I think I personally believe that Bronny should have. I believe that him going through the draft process was great. I thought he would. I believe that there was no way that Bronny was going to continue with the whole NBA thing if he didn't know for sure that he was going to get selected. Because there was talks about him, like no matter what, like the Lakers weren't even like talking about it. And then he surprised a bunch of people at the combine with his numbers and with his play at the combine, which kept him in the draft because he was going to get drafted. The crazy thing about it is that, and it could be completely wrong, but there was reports that the Celtics even liked what they saw. And I think it would have been super funny if Boston would have drafted Bronny because they had the 54th pick.
Right.
I think it would have been hilarious. But I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad he's playing with LeBron. Bronny is never going to Bronny's never going to escape his dad's. He will be able to. It's going to take some time. But I feel bad. This first year is going to be nothing but you're only there because your dad is playing.
I mean, just like LeVar Ball. When Lonzo got drafted, the entire NBA was coming after Lonzo, not because of Lonzo, because of his daddy. They, I'm not gonna
and
say the
I mean,
entire
too.
NBA.
And I really felt bad for Lonzo because I felt like his daddy was just doing way too much.
Yeah, he was just doing
Way too much.
He
Because
was.
you see, LaMelo came into the league on some chills. Like LeVar was still saying
the
some
LeVar
stuff.
wave had kind of sizzled out
Yeah,
by then.
it kind of sizzled
Yeah,
out.
it sizzled out by then.
He went up. I mean, from high school to when he got to UCLA and played against De'Aaron Fox, and De'Aaron Fox humbled him, and he's still talking about this, that, and the third. Like, it was way too much. It was way too much, and I felt bad for Lonzo then. But
I think for me in
the guy with the Easy E shade speaking facts about it.
I think in conclusion, I'm like, but see, okay, well, I'm gonna respond to Roy real quick because Rich Paul also went on. What show was it? He went somewhere. He was on somebody's show. Was it the Pivot?
Oh,
He wherever Rich Paul was still at, he said that this is what Bronny want. He made this whole spiel. Rich Paul had this whole spiel about how he's not controlling the narrative. This is not what they want to do. Bronny would go to any team. Like this is stuff I'm talking about. He's like, he made this whole spiel about how I can't remember what.
I know what you talk. I know what you talk about.
Rich Paul was like, basically, we're not controlling the narrative. I'm Bronny's agent. I'm working for Bronny. I'm not working for LeBron. They did this whole thing, and then the day of the draft. You telling Pete now you telling me that you didn't told other teams don't draft him and he going to Australia?
See, now when I saw that, I took it as like if anybody doesn't draft him, and this is why I said what I said in the group text that one day.
Okay.
I took it as he's saying that like to everybody, like it's a threat. Like they are gonna be like, well, no, you saying that, like, well, we thought about it. We may have had an inkling of drafting him, but you saying it, I don't care. Let the Lakers draft him. If they don't draft him, then he's going to Australia. I didn't take it as
reverse psychiatry.
Psychology.
Whatever. Psychiatry, the one that prescribed medicine. I'm sorry. Psychology. Reverse psychology.
I was confused. That's why.
Yeah, we ain't talking about medicine.
Me one too many times today already. Shit. Nah, I looked at it as it was definitely reverse psychology, but I didn't see it as nobody. I didn't see Rich Paul saying to 29 other teams, don't draft Bronny, only the Lakers can. I see Rich Paul saying it to all 30 teams. If you do not draft Bronny, he's going to Australia, which is why I said that's not really a threat because nobody really is. There's not a lot of GMs that are high on Bronny. So if you gonna make that threat, they probably gonna be like, oh, well, we really not drafting him. Let's see what he do in Australia when he play pro. That's how I looked at it. I didn't see it as like him threatening 29 teams saying, don't pick him up. He's going to the Lakers and the Lakers only. I didn't see it like that.
Well, I'll tell you,
but it could have came off like that, and if it did, then that's even crazier to me.
Yeah, wow. I think like I said, in conclusion, I think that I think I think about the people. I think about the Vino flights of the world. That's what I'm thinking about. Oh yes, I'm going to go after your heartstrings. I think about the Vino flights in the world. The hoopers out there.
Boy, a politician.
Speaking of politicians, but I think about the Vino flights of the world. I think about those guys, who out there hooping and who deserves an opportunity to change the fortune for their family.
Mm-hmm.
I think about those kind of people. But like I said, and I stated this from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at what they did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just over the dramatics.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of me saying this. But
I feel you.
It had nothing to do with Drake. I wasn't even thinking about Drake and none of this. I'm sick of Drake right now because I need him to fight back. Let's see. They saying somebody. Okay, D Brown said yeah, it was the pivot, but C-Sam said it was Gil's Arena. Which one is it, y'all? Can y'all figure that out for me?
Gil's Arena. It was Gil's Arena.
It was Gil's Arena. Okay.
It was Gil's Arena.
Let's see. Jay Horn said the NBA wasn't going to
fight looking like an LA nigga right now
because they wouldn't draft his son.
The NBA
Right.
wasn't going. The NBA, first off, the NBA is going to lose LeBron
Eventually.
sooner rather than later because of Father Time. If Bronny got drafted to somebody else, everybody would be crazy to believe that LeBron and the Lakers weren't going to find a way to get him on that team. Bronny was going to be in LA one way or another, whether it was LA drafting him or them trading. They felt like we're not going to draft Bronny. Let the Lakers draft him, because that way, if we do draft him and he does pan out, the trade bait is going to be kind of crazy, and we may lose. That's why I'm sure that's one of the reasons why the Lakers were able to draft him on top of LeBron playing for the Lakers. But the NBA being worried about losing LeBron, no, that's more so GMs is like, we don't want none of that. We don't want none of that. People, the NBA is tired of LeBron. As far as the teams in the league, they're tired of him. They are tired of him. They're ready for him to go.
I'm about getting tired of him.
The NBA,
We've been in a
teams in
relationship
the NBA are
for
ready for him to go. Now, DB, I agree with you. It would have been live as hell to see Bronny versus LeBron.
I don't think
It would have been
that's
even
live.
It would have been even liver to see Bronny get drafted by Boston, sign a contract being on the team so he doesn't have to go to G League. And when the Lakers come to town, or when the Celtics go to town to play the Lakers, Bronny is suited up playing against his dad. That would have been live to see. LeBron ain't leaving the Lakers. LeBron's going, if he does leave the Lakers, he's going to go play for the Cavs for 1 year and have his farewell tour.
Right.
And that's it.
And I think LeBron versus Bronny would be live, but it's not live than them playing together though.
No, yeah, it's not live than them playing together.
And them playing together is more for the documentaries.
But it definitely, yeah, because LeBron has a documentary that's in the works right now.
Yeah, so the documentary for this is going to be.
There's a lot of business, business and politicking going on, but at the same time, I want to reiterate it for myself, and I know you feel the same way. I don't want to take away from Bronny's hard work, because Bronny is really a great basketball player, and his IQ is absolutely it's way up there. He plays the game the right way, and I think people, the general public, they don't appreciate the way Bronny plays the game, because all they look at is entertainment. How many points can you score, LeBron James Jr.? How many points can you score, LeBron's son? We want to see you dunk the ball. We want to see you shoot the three. We want to see 50 points. They don't care about him playing the game to win. And that's how Bronny plays the game, just like his dad. His dad just so happens to be made in a lab, 6'8", 265.
LeBron James undersized.
Yeah,
he's going to be undersized coming to the league. He's going to be right now underdeveloped.
100 DB. Bronny got way more dog than Bryce. I think Bryce has the potential to be better than Bronny. Bronny has way more dog than Bryce though, and that's why Bronny is going to maintain the better brother.
But the beautiful thing about all this is that the game's got to be played. So we're going to see if Eazy-E or the guy in the blue shirt.
And you know what this is for Bronny?
Coogee. Oh, sorry.
That's crazy. I thought the real shirt said Coogee.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Go ahead, man.
That's funny. But this is the perfect job for Bronny. You know that, you know why?
Why?
Because it's a black job. It's a black job.
It is a black job. According, so for everybody, before we move on to the next thing, because it's a black job. Before we move
That's not my best one. I'm getting back into the groove of things. I'm getting back into the groove. It's not my best one.
It was great, brother. I love it. Before we move on, though, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you're here, if you're first time here. But this is before we get to our last thing. We want to open up the doors of the podcast. So if you're looking for a podcast home, please.
We gotta have like some type of him, something. We gotta have something.
Hold on. Let me see what I can do here.
I know you can find something, brother.
Let me see what. Let me see what. Let me see.
If you go through Restream, it's not gonna be what you're looking for.
Well, maybe.
I can barely hear you.
Why is it that loud?
Well, there you go. Now I can hear you.
Oh, if you're looking for a podcast home and you're struggling to find something to watch every Tuesday, we want to open up the doors of the podcast to you. You know, if you need somewhere to lay your head at night, if you need somewhere to bring you laughter and inspiration, if you need somewhere to bring you a great conversation, look no further than Don't Cancel Me podcast. With Reverend Petrie Perfect and Reverend Vino Flight, we're here to deliver the cultural word on a daily basis. Will there be one? Will there be one? Hold on, I wanna do this flight for those who might need to see it. Right here. Right here.
What in the soft porn music is this?
Right here. Right here.
I gotta put that up there.
If you need a podcast home, thank you for putting it in the corner. If you need it right here. If you need a podcast home, just please scan that QR code. Scan that QR. We welcome you. We welcome you. All right.
And we welcome you with having what in the soft porn music is this on the screen. It's crazy.
All right.
In the HBO bonus.
All right. Yeah, deacons, take the chairs, please. All right. You're right. You're sitting in your seat, but you know that you need a podcast home.
HBO soft porn instrument.
Y'all don't worry about the porn music.
Oh man, dog.
Hey, y'all gonna stop hating on my polo shirt, man. I got the polo hat to match y'all, but y'all boy ain't got no style, man.
That's funny, dog.
All right, here we go. The presidential election was on Thursday. Not election, excuse me. The presidential debate was on Thursday.
Mhm.
And it was one of those events for those once again who watches the show that I speak a lot on these type of conversations because I don't care. The show is called Don't Cancel Me, not Make You Feel Great. I don't know, that wasn't really a good example, but
Make you feel great.
so I speak on what I feel about, but I'm not gonna do that today. But we did have our candidates, Donald J. Trump and Joe something Biden. They took the stage on Thursday night, which was a debate that was put together by Joe Biden, and they had rules put in place where they was not going to do a live audience. They were not going to. They were going to have where they could turn the mics off. I think they couldn't have I think they couldn't have notes either, if I'm not mistaken. And so Biden said all these rules was Trump agreed to, and they went in there and they did their thing. Of course, one candidate, according to the black community, one candidate lied the whole time, and then another candidate looked like he was near death. Now you take with that as you please, but that's another conversation for another day. But during Donald Trump's spiel, the question was about the black voters and something like, what do you say to the black voters, or something like, it was something along them lines, where Joe Biden, he said his little spiel. And when it was Donald Trump's time to talk, he spoke about how the illegal immigrants are coming over and taking black jobs. Of course, just like what black people do, they find something and then they latch on to it. And well, what are these black jobs that Donald Trump is talking about? I don't think he was, I personally don't think he was saying it in that kind of manner. But nonetheless, the crap is funny, because what I love about our people is that we are going to make something funny. And so, one of the questions first I want to ask you, Flight. What do you think about Donald Trump's Black Jobs comment? And while you're doing that, I will pull up the answers to our question.
I'm answering now. His Black Jobs it's an ignorant comment. It's ignorant.
It was ignorant comment.
It's an ignorant comment.
So let me ask you this: you seen the clip of when he said it?
I think I've seen it. Yeah.
You seen the clip of when he said it? Did you watch the entire question?
I did not watch the entire question. I think I just saw like whatever just popped up.
Right, of course. That's what a lot of people did.
A lot of people did.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people did. And like I said, I am in the era of my life where I'm looking at context.
Right. I'm with you. I gotta have context with everything though. I can't before I make an opinion on something. I gotta have context. And
but granted,
hearing that is crazy.
No, I agree. Yeah. I mean, it was the illegal immigrant thing. He was like,
that's crazy.
Black jobs.
Illegal immigrants are coming to take black jobs.
I get it. I get it, but
come on, bro.
The internet was going crazy because they're like, well, what are these black jobs that they're talking about? So I put on the Instagram page, I said, this gave me a conversation for us to get real black on this episode. Because I was like, what are these black jobs that he was referring to? So I asked the question on Instagram, and this is the responses I got. So we got the shoe cleaner at the mall. I can't stand them. I can't stand. That's why I wear house shoes to the mall because of them niggas individually. Hey, homie. Hey, you need your shoes shine? No, I want them dirty. Basketball. I don't know what that is. I guess we're talking about Bronny.
Bronny.
But brain surgery. I guess they're trying to say that black people have more. Okay.
Wait, hold on. What?
Brain surgery? I don't know. We're gonna keep going. Daycare workers.
Yeah. Okay.
Be black. Yep, they do be black. Construction workers, lash techs, cater chefs, exotic dancers, rap artists, and club promoters.
That's got it. Why was there so many in one answer from one person?
A barber, club.
That's okay. That might.
Which one?
If we were saying, if Steve Harvey came out and said, "What is a black job?" Barber would have to be in the running for the number one answer. Am I mistaken for thinking that?
I don't know. Oh, okay. You threw me off. So you saying Steve Harvey come out like in Family Feud?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know.
Yeah, Family Feud.
Okay. I don't know if I don't.
It would have to be in a run.
I'm not saying
it may not be number one. It have to be in a running.
It's definitely on. It's all top 8 answers on the board.
Top 8 answers for sure on there.
We should have did a Black Jobs draft. I'm sorry I didn't think about this sooner. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't do this. But this person said a barber, a club promoter, and I think they meant to say rapper, but they said raper.
I hope they meant rapper. I genuinely hope they meant
that
rapper.
Was Mike P. So he can't spell rapper.
Yeah, he definitely meant rapper. He was Russian.
HBCU professors, lavish party planners, hair dealers. I never met a hair dealer. Hey, Raven, give me their number.
You said hair dealer?
Hair dealers. Yeah, I need their number. Club promoters, the hood meat markets, drug dealer. Chad said Kool-Aid coordinator. So I had found the list too. So I'm gonna run through this list as quick as possible. And I might stop if I have something to say. If you have something to say, please stop me. Yeah, so number 1 is NFL cornerback. NFL cornerback. Security for a strip club. A call center. Food stamp seller.
Wait. Call center?
Call center.
That's I don't know.
They normally be diverse in there.
Very diverse.
It really, actually, Carson is not a black job. It's really an Arab job. Thank you for calling T-Mobile. Can I help you today? Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. That's really an Arabian job. We're gonna keep on going though. A food stamp seller, a barber. We said that. A lash tech, parking lot security. That's another Arabian job.
Parking lot security?
Parking lot. Well, okay. Are we talking about parking lot security or the niggas that take your $10 when you trying to park at the club? Are they the same thing?
That's a parking lot security and parking lot attendant. It's two different things.
But, okay, I ain't never seen a black parking lot security.
I've never seen parking lot security.
But I've seen Arabian parking lot.
I've seen security for the premises, like for the building, and they got people. Have I seen them?
So Fly, you'd have been to the club. You go to the club and then you pull in. That nigga be sitting down. The Arabian be sitting down, and when he see you coming into the parking lot, he gets up. He just say $10, please. Well, sir, where you gonna park my car at? Waffle House cook.
That's crazy. That's funny. Accurate.
Bottle girl, which is I think that's another diverse one. Truck driver is a good one.
Truck driver is a great one. Matter of fact, I know a few.
Me too. We had D-Bell on here. That's
D-Bell.
a black job.
Exactly.
Hype man don't get the credit that they deserve. Hype man don't get the credit that they deserve.
You're right.
As a getting into the DJ world, I wish I had a hype man. A woman who does that. This ain't a job title. This is just a description. A woman who does braids. I've never had braids, but I heard them Africans, they be braiding their heads. They be braiding people's heads hard.
When I had braids, I got my hair braided by
Africans.
By a black woman though.
Oh, black. Okay, cool.
But she was like how you say
Trinidadian.
Trinidadian,
Or whatever.
Something like that.
Selling plates. Janitorial supervisor. Crossing guard.
I don't know. Wait, janitorial supervisor. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that one either.
I don't know
TSA agent.
1000%.
Black grandmother babysitting. How is that a job?
I don't know. But can we backtrack to TSA? Let's backtrack to TSA.
Go back to TSA.
Have you been to an airport where you seen more of any other ethnicity, any other race than black people? I can't recall going to an airport where I've seen less black people.
You know why? Because black people don't play. Us black folk, we ain't got time for all that bull crap. Come on, move it along, sir. Put your laptop in another tray. Come on, dude.
Have you seen that Reggie Coos TikTok? If you got a jacket on, take it off. Take it off.
By this time, we should know what to do when we go through TSA. Like, I don't need them to tell me to take off my shoes and put the shoes in here. I need to put the laptop in a different one.
Can I be honest with you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. I was so fed up with getting chewed out by them.
Yeah,
I just went and paid for.
You got that clear.
I went and got Caitlin and I went and got TSA pre-check, and honestly, it is the best thing ever.
Y'all travel more than we do. I feel like we travel a lot too. We would have that.
Man, TSA pre-check. If you don't have TSA pre-check, I strongly suggest you go and invest in it.
Amazon delivery driver.
Amazon, UPS, FedEx.
I can't stand Amazon delivery driver. The nigga gave me my package, and I was like, "Thank you." He was like, "Hold on, I gotta take a picture." I had to pose with my package because I was outside cleaning my car already. So when he pulled up, Fly, this is me. And my package, shoot, I take it to let them know it was delivered. A professional shoe thief. This is racist. Whoever made this list? Elementary school lunch lady. That's a good one.
I had somebody respond to me because I shared the story. I just had one person respond to
What
me.
they said?
They said side nigga.
That's yeah. Sexy Red is a job. Potato salad maker.
No, fuck that. Who said that?
No, I'm reading the list.
Oh,
I'm reading the list.
okay. I'm about to say, who said sexy red is a job?
A pit bull ear clipper. Nah, that's interesting.
I was gonna say like pit bull breeder.
I seen Chad say Kool-Aid coordinator maker. Somebody said candy lady. I seen somebody say that one.
Who the cool cup lady? What about that?
The cool cup lady. I'm sure she'll hear somewhere. I'm gonna just skip through a lot of some of them. A scammer, a SoundCloud rapper, a wig. I've never heard of ladies. What is a wig influencer?
A lady who influenced people to buy wigs. They just get different type of wigs and
they just put them on.
Post content about it. I guess
I never heard of that.
I've never heard of it either. I'm just using context clues.
Selling plates. Oh, we said that one already.
Yep.
NFL safety. Popeye's cashier. You know how I feel about Popeye's cashiers.
Mm-hmm.
A Kardashian baby daddy.
A Kardashian baby daddy.
A AAU basketball coach. A Tyler Perry movie actor or actress.
Hold on.
What?
that struck a chord with me.
Which one?
The AAU coach.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it did.
I'm mad because I used to be one.
So I've had a couple of these jobs.
I'm so mad.
Mad. I had a couple of these jobs, so don't feel bad.
I'm so mad. All right.
Check this one out. A pop the balloon contestant. A DVD bootlegger. A hookah bar owner.
Wait, that's charming.
Let me see. The weed man. A floor supervisor. Black comic relief in a white movie.
Black comic relief. The token black character.
Look, this one got me. It said head of HR. I took offense to
that. I know that.
This one said coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. The cart grabber at Walmart.
Any NBA position.
Plus, I know Ross will like this one. It says SmackDown general manager.
That's what Ross said? Or that's something Ross would say?
No, that's something that Ross would say. Little League football coach, a credit fixer.
Credit.
So those are just some of the many black jobs that Donald Trump was referring to.
That's insane, dog.
That is insane.
That's really insane.
And I said black people done took this and boy, they done made something.
You know, we are some of the most unserious people because anything that goes on, we know how to make a funny out of it. And I'm not gonna lie, I'll be looking forward to the tweets. I'll be looking forward to the Instagram posts and the stories, seeing it because it gives you a good laugh. Because I mean, the world is so messed up as it is. I mean, in our nation, I wouldn't say the world is messed up, but I would really say more so because we see it. The nation is messed up as it is. I think it's kind of refreshing to see that we can try to find some type of light in a negative situation.
Right.
But at the same time, like it's like you see that and then you gotta snap back to reality.
Right.
It's like, yeah, it's funny, and then you go to sleep laughing and everything, you sleep good and you wake up and be like, fuck. Like this is really our reality. Like none of them don't change anything.
I didn't like I said when I watched the debate from start to finish. I was in front of the TV with my food. I had a margarita. I said, I am watching this ignorant because it's about to be ignorant.
Oh, man. I know it was ignorant. I know.
Oh, I watched it from the beginning to the very end.
Real. Correct me if I'm wrong. I saw a clip where I don't know what I don't know the context. I don't know the question. None of that. I just saw Joe Biden's reaction, and my man's was like, I didn't understand anything he said. Like it was like, and it was like who is there? Please tell me there is a third. What's independent? That's the other party,
man.
Why isn't what's his name running? The person that we always try to get to dethrone Hot Wheels for Texas for governor.
What is that governor name? Shoot, what is his name? Governor Newsom is California.
No, not Hot Wheels name, but the person.
Cruz.
No. The somebody who always is always running against them, but always loses because Texas is never going to let him win. His last name started with a B.
Bill, O'Rourke. What is his name? That white Beto. Yes.
Bruh need to just go ahead and just try his hand.
Yeah, Beto gonna get tore.
He may not win, but that's the best candidate right now.
I don't care what nobody think. Thank you. See, I could not think his name. Greg.
Yeah. Hot Wheels. Greg Abbey. That's Hot Wheels. Yeah.
At this point, they have to. At this point, the Democratic Party just needs to wait till the next election.
Yeah, man, bro. I don't even know if that's gonna be a thing, brother.
At this point,
keep it a stack with you. I don't even know if the next presidential election gonna be a thing.
Oh, it's gonna be a thing. But let me tell you something. At this point, you might as well just wait because what just happened on Thursday night, the party is turning against each other because of what you said. Because there was a point, and I was crying laughing.
They definitely turning against each other for sure.
Mama said, I don't care. Joe was blind and in the wheelchair. I was still there's people that's like that. There's a lot of people that would think that, but in a general election, that was very, very detrimental what they put out there as a product. I mean, you have to look at it that way as well. It was very detrimental. Of course, I can go into a whole lot deeper spiel
1000%
on what I truly think. There's not, people are going to feel how they feel regardless of what is said and what is true and what is factual. And that's okay. That's what, that's how these things work. When you mention certain words, certain parties know how to say certain words that trigger certain people, and so no matter what is going to be said does not matter in a sense. But I do think that I don't think there's not going to be an election. They were definitely going to have an election, and the Supreme Court just ruled that basically presidents can do what they want in the office.
Because he got granted immunity, didn't he?
But the bigger part of the ruling was that when you're in office, you can basically do what you need to do.
The crazy thing is that, like, as far as the this is leaving me. I knew this shit back in high school.
Okay.
The three branches of government. Okay. There's somebody over the president.
Yeah, the
president. Because the president don't make anything. It's somebody else.
The president is part of the executive branch, I believe.
Okay, and it's Congress is over the judicial?
The Congress?
Yeah.
I can't remember that one for sure. I'm not.
So who's the one? Because like the president is in the.
It would have to be legislative because judicial would be more of the law of the land. So it would have to be. I would think it would be legislative.
Legislative will be above or below the president because the president is in the middle.
Well, we're a democracy. So right. What a democracy means is that the president can make executive orders. He can say, all right, I'm executive order, blah, 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 whatever he wants to do. But in order for laws to get passed, you have to send it to the House. Right. The House sends it to the Senate. So once it gets approved to the House, then it got to be approved to the Senate before it gets back to his desk before he can sign it into law. Right, because that's a whole process.
It makes it feel like he runs shit, but he really don't.
Correct. That's why a president wants to have. They need their party in Congress because basically it's like, okay, well, you share my views, so I need you in office. That's why it was hard for Obama. That's why it was semi-hard for Trump, because when you have, if you're blue, you had a red office, I mean, a red Congress, it's hard, and vice versa.
Right.
If you're red with a blue Congress,
Right,
it's
because
hard.
they're gonna push their agenda before yours.
They're gonna push your agenda
Right.
before. That's why the Supreme Court case. I know we get a little out of hand now, but that's why the Supreme
No,
Court.
yeah.
That's why the Supreme Court is such a huge deal, because
Right.
if because I think they said, I'm so sorry if I'm wrong, if I say this wrong, but I believe the next president will have to pick 2 or 3 members of the Supreme Court, and that can really sway, because Trump already put some. So there's a possibility that the whole Supreme Court can be all nothing but conservative. So it's a lot that goes in on it, but nonetheless, it's I hope I was able to teach somebody a little something today about how this stuff works. But I do, my true opinions would really probably not line up with a lot of people for this particular term. But what I saw on Thursday was really sad, though. Thank you, Raven. Judicial,
Raven.
Supreme Court, executive
Thank
is
you.
the president, and Senate is the legislative. So there we go.
Listen, man.
Well, like I said judicial is the law of the land. So the
Right.
Supreme Court, and then that makes sense. And the Senate, so that means the House must be under legislative as well.
Can we go ahead and just get a little bit off topic?
Okay.
And since she just went ahead, and we can round this podcast out.
Okay.
I just want to take the time, because I'm a person who's all about giving the flowers to people that deserve them. Can we take this time out to go ahead and give our flowers to Raven?
I will say this, man. Raven, shout out to you, Raven, because the Don't Cancel Me podcast has been looking for a female host, and so we might have to bring you on here one day and see what you can do when the lights are bright and we are live, because you are amazing.
I honestly believe wholeheartedly that when the lights turn on, I think Raven will be at her peak, because I don't know. I mean, listen, she is on par. She's always in here showing love. She's a heavy supporter. She shows mad love. I honestly think that when them lights come on, she ready.
I forgot what big event it was where I went live on the IG page. I forgot what it was.
The last one I remember is when Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. That's the only one I remember.
Okay, it must have been the slap then.
That's the only one I remember, because I was out of town when it happened.
So yeah, okay. So I went live, and she actually joined in on my live. And we had a fun conversation about it then. But but like, I want to echo what Flight said. I shout out to Raven. I said, she said, yeah, put me on payroll. I said, well, we don't have a payroll just yet.
Listen, I'll say it. I'll say it. I'll say it real.
I think I already
when
said
we get there.
That's what I said.
When we get there, you gonna be on that goddamn payroll, Raven. When we get there, you gonna be on that payroll.
She continues to send me stuff and send me stories and stuff that y'all gotta talk about. That she brought up the Bronny situation the day he got, because at first I wasn't 100% sure if I was gonna if I wanted to kind of add that to the show, but of course as the conversations unfolded throughout the days, I was like, okay, now I see the nepotism conversation. I see now I see,
and that's why I say when the lights come on, she gonna be fine. You didn't know. And you're a brilliant mind. You didn't know if that was going to be a good topic for the pod. And what we talk about today, nepotism in the NBA.
I agree.
Perfect.
So I agree.
You deserve your flowers, ma'am. You absolutely deserve your flowers.
I thought we had sounds.
Huh?
I thought we had sounds now.
No, I don't know. Give me a second, because I mean, last time I played them last week, and they didn't work.
I thought we had class and stuff now.
I played them last week, and nobody said nothing when I played the sound, so I was like, shit, them hoes don't even work.
No, I was gonna get with you. I'm gonna find out how to do it on my end too. But anyways,
oh wait, real quick, I'm just gonna let me just try something real quick. Let's see. Y'all tell me if y'all hear this. You heard anything?
Okay, was it something falling from the pantry or was it a bomb? It could be either one.
What if I said both? Okay. What if I do this? Hold on, give me a second. Let's try something different. That nigga said falling from the pantry.
I can hear it, but it don't sound like it's on the stream. It sounds like it's playing in your background.
And that's the problem.
Well, we'll figure it out
because we're on this. That's the problem. I think you know. Listen, DCMP, my birthday is coming up at the end of the month, and hopefully for my birthday, there's one thing that I'm really looking forward to that I'm hoping I get, and if I get that, it's going to make the experience of this even better. So hopefully that will work. So we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, I really just wanted to throw the fact that my birthday was the end of the month. That's really it.
No,
I'm not shy about that at all. I definitely just said that shit just because my birthday was at the end of the month.
Which is okay, you know. We will celebrate that like we do every other big achievement. But I will. I guess we'll get ready to close it out.
7-9 the box horn.
I would definitely echo what you said, like, you know, shout out to Raven.
Sounds like it sounded like a car crash.
I didn't know what that was. But I couldn't make it out because it was in your background.
Yeah. See, it don't work.
But yeah, I'm gonna get with VA. I got it. I'm gonna get us.
I feel like VA got like a Go XLR type thing, so it's a lot different.
Gotcha.
That shit was playing through my monitor, so that's why it sounded.
Gotcha. Like I'm gonna ask him. Yeah, shout out to you, Raven, for keep doing that. Keep sending me stuff. Keep showing me love. Keep showing us love. It's so greatly appreciated for everything that we do. But I know we are here, and I guess we're ready to close out episode 86 of the Don't Cancel Me podcast. Of course, you know, we are close to 90. We are at 860 something subscribers. So please, y'all can just do us a favor and just tell somebody to subscribe to the page. I am currently trying to figure out a good Tuesday to do our family and friends day. You know, I grew up in church, so I pick up on stuff like this, but having a family and friends day where we can have people that you bring to the chat, not just bring them to watch the show, but we want them to be in the chat, and we'll try to do something for the person that can bring the most people and to get the most subscribers. We're almost at 1,000 folks, so this is a full-on press. We will be at 1,000 before the end of the month, which is the
goal. The goal is to get to 1,000 by our 100th episode, and I think we well on track. I mean,
we will be at 1,000 before the end of this month. The way we're going, we will be at 1,000 before.
I mean, we're at 861 now.
Right.
861 now. Well, I mean, I would love to be at 1,000 by the end of this month. That would be amazing. That's
Flight. Let me tell you. Flight. Let me tell you.
239 subscribers.
As somebody, I look at it every
single
day. We will be at 1,000 before the end.
I try not to look at it. I love
it because I try to see what I look at all this, because you have to look at the analytics. You have to see what is doing well, So I look at it I will probably check it. I check our analytics probably 3 to 5 times a day.
You want to know what's crazy? Low key, I found this crazy, but I've had a couple people mention to me like they still find it crazy that we interviewed Coach Roy Johnson. Like they really legitimately I've had full length conversations. They really couldn't believe that we got Coach Roy Johnson on here, and honestly, I feel like we low key need to reach out to him to see what he's doing, because he promised us tickets.
Yeah, and you know, it's crazy that you said that. I was actually thinking about him the other day. I am going to text him because I was wondering. I was just going to check in with him and see what he's doing. I'm also looking at some other people too. Some people that I think I spoke to you about behind the scenes that I want to see if I can get reconnected with. Some H-Town legends that I want to say I can try to get reconnected with.
Yeah, I'm still working on 100K, another 100K YouTube subscriber count who has a great following. black content creator from the West Coast. I'm still working on him to see whenever he's free to be able to do such. He'll actually be here in a couple weeks for the event I was telling you about.
Okay.
So we'll link up and I'll try to like pick his brain and see what his schedule is like so we can get him on the show. Hopefully we can get him in before 100 episodes. That would be great.
That would be great.
Yeah.
100 episode gonna be lit. I'm excited. It's gonna be lit.
100 episode is going to be insane, dog.
It's gonna be a full-fledged party.
Insane, bro.
It's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a show and then a party.
And at the same time, it's a show. It's going to be a party, and then it's going to be a party after the party.
Right.
Like, it's gonna be lit. I'm excited for it. I'm excited. God is good. We blessed. Who would have thought, bro? Who would have thought? You said that you started a pod. Didn't go the way that you thought. I said, fuck it, let's do one. What's the worst that can happen? And here we are, wrapping up episode 86. After this, we are 13 episodes away. Brother. Oh, bro. Like that's I think we gotta take some time to understand like what we're doing here, bro.
Of course, like I said, with the Don't Cancel Me, with the brand, of course, I take a lot of time, of course, you and which is understandable because you work on the Vino flight and everything that you're doing. So I try to take on a lot of the DCM marketing and producing, and it's fun. You gotta love it. You have to love what you do. You have to love the brand. And for what I know, after 100, it's what I've been thinking is it's a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about doing. And after 100, it's going to get even crazier. We're going to get to 200 very quickly, and I'm excited about that. I'm looking to expand the DCM show. I want to create another show that we can have on the DCM channel as well. So I'm looking for somebody to team up with me in that. I got a couple people in mind. We'll do some movies, do some sports, whatever.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting on
it's going to be epic to just improve the channel, to get more content. The more content I can get out there, the more subscribers I get, the more people we can reach, the more people that would love our channel. So I'm excited.
I also want to do a collab, and I believe we'll get to the point to where people. I truly believe we're going to get to the point to where people are going to want to collab with us, other podcasts, other content creators. They're going to want to collab with us. And there's one podcast in particular I feel like would be lit, and the collaboration would be great. And that's the Shit and Gigs pod.
Oh, that's what you was going. I thought you was about to go with the Poor Horsemen. I would love to team up with
the Shit and Gigs podcast will go crazy. The Poor Horsemen would be legendary. I think, not because I wasn't finished. I was thinking both of them. Shit and Gigs would be great.
I never seen. I gotta check them out.
But the Poor Horsemen, because we've discussed the Shit and Gigs podcast, prior. But the Poor Horsemen podcast would be legendary, like a collab. All 6 of us. Because the Poor Horsemen, they got 4. And if you don't know who the Poor Horsemen is, go and search them on YouTube. The Poor, P-O-U-R. P-O-U-R. They drank and everything.
Yeah.
The Poor Horsemen podcast. It's a great podcast. They have 300 plus episodes in. They're hilarious as hell.
H-Town based, right?
H-Town based. One of them I played against in college basketball. The host of it all, I played against. His brother played on the same team as one of the hosts on the podcast. Great people, funny as hell. Like, it's an amazing podcast. I think that link up would be absolutely legendary. That's a collab I really, really want. Shit and Gigs, I really want. Poor Horsemen, I really, 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 really want. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I believe we can get that.
Well, they follow us on Instagram and they're fans of us as well. So that's that. It starts there.
1,000%.
It starts there.
We gonna
So
get that. We gonna get that. I'm speaking into existence. We gonna speak it into existence. We gonna get that. It's only gonna get better from here. We gonna really be pop because when 100 come, it's going to be a party, like Real said. It's going to be a party. We're gonna mess around and have about 500 people in here. I'm speaking to existence. It's been crazier things that happen. What's 400, 500 people being in the live chat? That's nothing. It's been crazy things happen. It's been, Bronny got drafted. You see what I did there? You like that?
the fact that you said it was a crazy thing is my whole point. But this has been
Exactly.
episode 86.
Yeah, you see what I did there? Yeah.
This has been episode 86, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, man. We appreciate you all for spending your Tuesday nights with us, man. Where we talk about all sports, all culture, all hip hop, music, movies, everything that we can find. Anything that's a story. We're gonna talk about it from Donald Trump to Will Smith. It don't even matter. We're gonna speak about it, and that's what we love to do on this show, man. So thank y'all for joining us. Once again, I am Petrie Perfect.
I'm Vino Flight.
And this has been episode 86 of the Don't Cancel Me podcast. We will see y'all.